Indeed, that Kenya has been able to bring to the market is the SGR, the standard gauge railway, and having been launched recently by the president. Indeed, the first tourists are supposed to be able to get on that today or on Monday. Well, the fact of the matter is that it is set to open up 2 new gates along the Tsavo East and the Tsavo West, where there was no real way of getting there in the past. But this meaning that, well, that new way of getting there is available. Now, with the dust yet to settle on that launch of the standard gauge railway, for many Kenyans, the question they're asking is, what exactly is that experience? Have we gotten value for money? Well, my colleague Abi Egina was inside the train on the inaugural journey from Mombasa and has been able to bring us the following story.
As millions of Kenyans look forward to taking a ride on the just launched standard gauge railway line, the KTN crew was among the first to have a feel on the train. Our destination was Nairobi. The president and his family were aboard the train together with cabinet secretaries as well as his entire security detail. Security was elaborate all through our journey to Nairobi, with several choppers flying by the side to provide aerial surveillance, a show of might for the flagship project. Upon boarding our designated coach, we are received by a female attendant, a breakaway from the colonial railway services.
First and foremost is the safety of the passengers, and also we'll give services. Basically, we concentrate on the safety of the passenger and their well-being while on traveling.
Mimi naitwa Vincent Meli. Basically, kwa hii train, sisi tuna serve passengers. Tunawaonesha coach yenye wanafaa kukaa, place penye wanafaa kukaa, na pia wakihitaji msaada wowote, sisi ndio tutawasaidia.
Inside the train, which has a capacity of 118 passengers on economy class and 65 for the first class, its cozy cabins are a welcome sight. Our journey begins at exactly 11 a.m. and we expect to cover about 470 kilometers to get to Nairobi. As we begin the journey, we get curious to check the speeds. The commuter train, according to Kenya Railways, can do a maximum of 120 kilometers per hour, owing to the design of the track and terrain.
Well, I actually feel grand. I think it's wonderful. A new experience, and an experience that will be available for all our Kenyans at an affordable price, because as we said earlier, currently it's 1,200 shillings. The lowest price you'll pay on a bus between Mombasa and Nairobi. And we are going to offer this service to Kenyans at a price of 700 shillings, Mombasa, Nairobi. So I think it is affordable. It will transform and create huge savings for our Kenyans who travel up and down this road.
Surprisingly fast. I didn't think it would be this. Okay, I knew it was going to be fast, but experiencing it is different anyway. I've seen us zooming past buses, so yeah. I know we are moving fast, but we don't feel it.
Okay, I'm 21 years old. I love the adventure, the sceneries, and how fast it is. Yes.
Train is awesome, enjoyable, and fun. Yeah.
Is it your first time to be on a train?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Great, awesome, awesome. You know, the last I've taken a rail ride only once.
The experience, the view from it, the travel safe. It's safe. It's like, wow, am I in a plane or in a train? Yeah, I say for it being my first time, I say it is of its own kind. I really enjoy it, and I'm really enjoying it. I wish now I'm going to like America on this train.
It's nice if you travel it. It's not like the car whereby you will feel there's a congestion and also problems, but it is very free. You sit your own table and then you enjoy.
Okay, so my experience in the train is that it's awesome, it's exciting, and it's comfortable.
As we cruise through, the ride is quite smooth and quiet compared to the old train. The ambience and seats are quite comfortable, though one has little legroom on the economy class. Passengers traveling on economy will also not have power points to charge their devices as compared to their counterparts on the first class, who will be treated to bigger seats and a sliding table.
The passenger side is concerned, again, we have an introductory fare of 700 shillings for economy class, and for first class we have an introductory fare of 3,000 shillings. We'll be running 2 trains between Mombasa and Nairobi daily from the 1st of June, and then we'll be able to assess the demand and the needs of the customers, and then see how to increase those, also improving on the timings.
The largest ever project in Kenya, in East Africa, and in Central Africa. We have to be proud, ladies and gentlemen.
The interiors of the train have a heavy touch of Chinese, from the finishing to the wardings. The train has a kitchen, lavatory, and a compartment where one can take a nap.
Well, so this is known as the sleeper coach, where after traveling you can come in and relax as you progress on with the journey. And I understand the colors you can see, like the yellow here, it's royalty, and I'm told that this is meant for the emperors and the VIPs, who not only after you've paid for your ticket, you'll also have to pay for the sleeper coach, where you can maybe relax, have a biting, and just sample some of the niceties. Like you can see here, well, there's some tiny bits of snacks being served. Well, and you can also just relax and, and rest as you move along with the journey.
Being a diesel-powered train, the SGR has a fuel capacity of 9,000 litres. Although the train will have daily operations between Nairobi and the port city of Mombasa, the location of the train stations will be a hard sell for commuters, as one will have to either board a matatu or take a taxi at their own cost, something that might prove prohibitive. And as we snake our way past the numerous stations along the SGR, we make our first stop over at Mtito Andei. It's now 3 p.m. As we stretch out, one can only but notice the majestic stations built by the Chinese, which are unique in their own designs. After 30 minutes, we hit the track again. We shortly pass through the Tsavo National Park, where we are treated to scenic views of the wildlife, a rare spectacle for travelers. At the same time, one remains alive to the risk the rail may pose to the wildlife in the eventuality there is an accident. Closely monitoring time, by about 6:50 p.m., we make our last stop at the Nairobi terminus. Pomp and color characterizes our arrival as Kenyans ushered the SGR as it made its first maiden trip.
Well, it is about 7 p.m. and the train has checked in Nairobi at the Nairobi terminus after doing close to 7 hours. Of course, we did make several stops, translating to about 30 minutes each, and indeed the first standard gauge railway project, actually the train has arrived at the Nairobi terminus. Time to get off and just to get back to work after a long day.
Indeed, an interesting there from a story from my colleague Abe Agigena. Well,